Hello my darlings, welcome back to my channel. Today's video is going to be a get ready with me. We're doing hair, we're doing makeup, we're doing outfit. I'm starting fully gotten ready. I haven't done a proper full-on get ready with me in such a long time. Today's video is sponsored by Sky Cinema. So in the first part of today's video, I'm essentially touching on the themes of the film North Hollywood, which is actually produced by Pharrell Williams. It's a Sky Cinema original, follows the story of a guy. He's coming to the end of high school, going through the motions that you go through at that age, the end of a big period in your life. So it's a really, really nice coming of the age film. Interestingly enough, I'm actually going to a prom inspired party tonight. So I thought it would be a really good time to just film my look, film me getting ready, speak a little bit about the themes in the film. And also I will leave the trailer down below if any of you guys are interested in checking it out. If you are going out somewhere, let's get ready together. We talk body care, we talk hair care, we talk fragrance, the whole shebang. Like, look at me. I'm ready to go. Like, I'm genuinely about to leave the house. If you're new here, please do not forget to like, share, comment and subscribe, and I'll see you guys at the end. I've just spilled a whole cup of water all over me, which wouldn't be an issue if I didn't just moisturize my whole body from head to toe. Half of the places I've moisturized are wet, which means I'm basically gonna have to moisturize again. Oh my goodness, hello, hi. Right, I've already put my hand to dry also. There's a lot of mishaps going on. I've already prepped my skin. I'm gonna tell you what I prepped my skin with in a second. Just let me just moisturize my hands real quick. I'm going to be talking about something that I feel like a lot of you guys will relate to. So as I mentioned in the intro, sponsored by Sky, I'm part of their Sky Cinema Club. So I basically get to watch films, and then I'm gonna come on here and either do a look based on the film or speak about, you know, something that resonated with me in the film. So that's the vibe. Later on in the video, I'm gonna talk a bit more in detail about my foundation routine because I know how much you guys love that. But while I'm doing my brows, I thought, because usually I just sit here and do my brows and kind of waffle. Now, I'm not very good at telling stories, so I have to give you very top line. Otherwise, I'll just end up ruining the entire plot. But it's essentially about a kid in high school who's just basically trying to figure out what he's gonna do after high school. Just very, very basic, right? However, the themes in it, I feel like the themes are gonna really resonate with a lot of you guys. So if you like Perks of Being a Wallflower, do you know that kind of theme? The kind of feeling you get from watching those kind of films, you'll really, really enjoy this. Fesco's in it. Fesco from Euphoria. So I'm not a lover of his character. His character's a bit of a, like, what's your problem? And why I think a lot of you guys will resonate is, number one, I always get a lot of younger ones asking me, do you have any advice for anyone who's like 20, any advice to anyone who's like 18, any advice to anyone who's 21, like trying to figure out what they want to do with their life. And then also there is, you kind of see the dynamics between like his childhood friends and then his friends that he's made that are more towards the vibe of one of the things that he wants to do. And then you kind of see the dynamic between him and his dad as well. So it's a very interesting intersectionality between the dynamic between you and your friends from school, like uni times, and then the dynamic between like your friends from sixth form or secondary school or college. So you've got your uni friends, your secondary school, your college, we call them home friends, and then your uni friends, and then you've got your parents. So it shows like the different dynamics between the different people in his lives. A scene that really stuck in my head that was basically he's having a conversation with Fesco's character, and he's talking about one of his aspirations, like what he actually wants to do when he leaves high school. And he hasn't actually told his dad, because obviously his dad has his own ideas of what he wants him to do. And then there's a thing that he wants to do. Fesco's character says something like, you know, it's not just about doing the job, it's also other things that come with it, like the politics, who you know, like who can take you where, that kind of thing. And it just made me think of my job so much. A lot of the time, you know, we all know about nepotism. Even when I did like my year in placement, year in industry at the Walt Disney Company, or anytime I had to do work experience when I wanted to be a dentist or be a doctor, like there's always those people that got in because their parents knew someone. I went to my dentist, so that one was pretty easy because it's like my dentist. But you know, if you've ever had to explore having to do work experience, you also understand that sometimes it's nepotism. And even in my current job now, a lot of the times it is who the PR people like that they work with consistently, not necessarily always who is the best at the job. And that's not a knock at anyone, that's just the nature of the industry. Interestingly enough, today's Get Ready With Me is for a birthday party, and the theme of the birthday party is prom. So I think everything just kind of links in really nicely. And I thought it was very appropriate to talk about high school. I think a lot of people, particularly in African or ethnic house, I can really only speak for African because I am African. And also I can only really speak for Nigerians because I'm Nigerian. But I think a lot of us like grapple with that whole, what we want to do versus what, you know, the doctor, lawyer, engineer pipeline versus the creative inside of you. I think we all kind of we've all kind of battled with that, or a hurdle that we've all had to address at some point or another. I know a lot of people always say, do what your parents want you to do and then do what you want to do after, which I agree with to a certain degree. I think if it makes sense for you, definitely do it. If you're a particular age as well, I think it's very important to listen to the guidance that your parents give you. But when you get to a certain age, you just have to then kind of weigh up how many life decisions that you're willing to live with. Because it's one thing, you know, doing things to appease your parents, and it's another thing doing things that are affecting you and your vision for your life and what you want to do. Really a balancing one. And a lot of people always say with their parents, it was a thing where you had to kind of show them that the money was coming before they got off your back about particular things. If any of you guys have watched the film already, let me know like your thoughts down below, what you thought about it. I'd like to know you guys' advice, because this is something I get asked quite frequently. So I would love to hear from you guys what age you finally felt confident enough to be honest with your parents about your desires for your life. Post uni, I said, look, I'm doing this thing, this YouTube thing, I'm gonna do this, even up till now. And I remember actually there's a scene in the film where some of the guys are talking and they're like, you know, my parents, even up to now, my parents still don't know what I do. And that really was hilarious to me, because I think sometimes our parents know what I do and sometimes they're just like, yeah, you know, she does her videoing, she does her videos, she works with brands, she does marketing, and I think they're a little bit confused. But bless them, they are very, very supportive. But I would love to hear from you guys, because not everyone's parents are supportive. And for me, it wasn't really, I think maybe because I'm not the oldest. When you're the oldest in an African household, it's like climbing Kilimanjaro. But I was always good at school and I went to uni and I did a good degree. So by the time I was graduating, I was like, look, this is what I'm doing now. I'm gonna give it a year. I said to them, I was like, I'm gonna give it a year. And then after that, I'll kind of decide if it's not feasible or lucrative enough for me. After that point, I'll bounce. The reason I even decided to do it full-time post-uni is because I was making money, but you know, that was a risk in itself, because what if I'd never made another dime off it? After I'd been doing it full-time for a while, they were like, so are you gonna do your masters? Are you gonna do this? And sometimes you can't even really, can't really blame them, because a lot of our parents are used to a traditional form of education and employment. Listen, I'm doing a job that wasn't even around 10 years ago. So if it's so new to me, imagine them. And sometimes it is just having to explain, being a bit fair to your parents and not expecting them to just kind of get it just because you told them you're going to do it. So it's definitely a case of, yeah, this is what I'm going to do now, explaining like the different parts of it. And even now, as I try and explain it to you guys, I'm a bit like, yeah, it's not the easiest thing to explain, but I'm very lucky because my parents are very understanding, and they're just like, you know, if you're happy and you feel like this is the right path for you, do your thing. And I pose that to say to you guys, have you guys ever brought something to your parents and you've got friction from it? Again, I say that as like a second child. So I feel like as a second child, you get a lot of leeway, because your older one, let me round off the topic because I want to really, you know, explain the ice for you. Oldest sibling, write in the comments bit below if there was ever a situation where you kind of felt a little bit of friction and it was like a difficult thing to confront with your parents, and then also how you overcame it. And if you're a middle child, write me some middle child lessons from dealing with parents that are a bit resistant. And if you're a youngest child and you're in a bit of a sticky bind or you need some advice, write in the comments. Let's get some discussions going, because this is something I get asked frequently. And I think my experience can only take my advice so far. Because I'm like, well, you know, I just kind of explain it to them, but I understand that not everyone's parents will just be like, okay, cool. Some parents really do give a lot of pushback. Let's get a dialogue going. I'll also leave the trailer down below if you guys want to check it out. This portion of the video is sponsored by Sky Cinema, as I mentioned, as part of their Sky Cinema Club. Let's get on with today's makeup for this prom-inspired party. Today, I'm just going to do one of my old classics. I haven't done one of these in a while. Just a good old smoky eye with a little bit of shimmer. That's such a birthday look. You know, the smoky eye with a bit of shimmer. Today, I'm going to be also talking a lot about my tools, because I get asked so many questions about my tools, and I haven't really done an updated foundation. This is everything in one, so I'm going to really speak in detail about my foundation routine and the tools I'm using. This is the 227 from Zoeva. This has been a staple in my collection forever. If you go back and watch my old videos, I am using this. It is so good. And I just use that to apply that first color. And with this, you can rotate the brush. You can make it flat, make it like this. I'm doing quite a classic look today. Well, classic for me anyway. Just my regular 2 smoke eyeshadow. There's M506. I actually want the other one. I have one that's here we go. Yes, M506, but this one's a bit fluffier, okay? and I just dip into a darker shade. I'm going to show you this little palette in a second. But I love using detailer brushes. But just make sure that you're blending out as you're applying, otherwise, long day, okay? So the palette I'm using is the Topaz Obsessions from Huda. I've used this so many times, it's very good. It's a bit pricey, it's £25, so I would wait until there's a discount. Cult Beauty have been doing a lot more discounts in recent times, where they do like 20% off. Back in the day when I didn't used to get makeup gifted, I would literally wait till sales to buy all of my favorite brands, you know, taking advantage of a moment like that. And then we're going to finish off with this Morphe A11. This is the Morphe Makeup Ariel collab. Okay, and you can even go right ahead and take that color. I'm going to pop it on the inside as well. And with this brush, because it's quite detailed, it can have, you know, it'll place the color quite precisely, so make sure you blend it out as you place it down. Otherwise, you might be left with some unpleasant harsh lines. And I'm going to swap back into my 227 from Zoeva to help me blend that out. That's what that looks like. This is quite similar to a technique I've done recently. I'll leave that video linked as well. A lot of good eyeshadow looks pretty much the same way. I'm really excited to just sit and talk makeup and tools today. I think all of my recent get ready with me's have been pretty much me talking and not really focusing on the technique. So I think a few of you guys might appreciate me speaking a bit more detail about the actual makeup. So I'm excited for that. Why is this eye always better? Like, without a doubt, this eye just always turns out better. Now, why is that? And then with this bit, just kind of blend it up. Ooh, why would that happen? Up towards this brow. Cool, that's pretty much that done. And then the last little bit, I'm just taking this duochrome liquid eyeshadow in Ankara from Juvia's Place. I love seeing culture in the market. I had a different word for market then. I wanted to say something different for market. In like mainstream market. Whoa, look how pretty that is. Wow. Gorgeous, 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 gorgeous. I'm obsessed. And it's so pigmented, you don't need to put a base underneath it. Because sometimes you might be like, oh, do I need to put something underneath it to make it pop? And it's like, nope. Tap, tap, tap. Oh God, I didn't even show you guys. This is what it looks like. So you can also apply it just straight from the little doe foot applicator. But I am using this brush. It's an eye smudge brush from Huda. Honestly, you can get any kind of little brush like this from any affordable brand. So Morphe. Now BH Cosmetics are going down. I don't know any other affordable ones, but Morphe is the best quality of affordable brushes. Also Luxie, actually. I don't know if they're still around, if they're still, you know, everyone's kind of going under at this point. So I'm not sure if Luxie is still around, but if they are still around, that's another good one to get. This is actually proper giving birthday makeup. That's cool. That's cute. That's pretty. I like that. Just a simple-ish look, you know. Do you want to add a little bit of black? That's now what I'm wondering. I might add a bit of this black smudge pencil from, yeah, I'm just gonna add that onto the, this is from Mitchell, made by Mitchell. And I'm blending it out with a 170-4 from Morphe. This is so good. So, so good. Yeah, make sure you sharpen your pencils. Don't be like me. Blunt pencils are not helpful. Oh, this wet seat is really, really bugging my skin right now. That's pretty much the eyes done. I'm just going to run this into the waterline. I'm not even going to smoke out the bottom bit yet anyway, because we still have to do the face. I don't know if today's the day to be trying new products, but I do have some new complexion products to try. Okay, foundation. I'm trying a new combination. No, why am I jumping? Let me take time. Okay, priming. Of course, using my Fenty. I always notice a difference when I don't use this primer. Let me keep it really, really real. As I said, I prepped today with the Bobbi Brown Vitamin Rich Face Base. You can also use the Charlotte Tilbury Magic Cream if you have that. I feel like a lot of people probably have that now because of TikTok. But listen, your base is capped at 40 if you don't have good skin prep. Just forget it, okay? If you don't have good skin prep, just forget it. It's not happening for you today. Pack your bags, go home. So make sure your skin is prepped. That's step one to having a flawless makeup day. Make sure your skin is prepped well. Number two, make sure you're using a good primer. This primer is absolutely unreal. Okay, it is unreal. If you haven't tried it yet, I actually don't know what you're waiting for. Especially because this one you can actually get in a travel size, okay? Couple products are a bit difficult to try because they only sell full size, which is 2022. Like, let's start selling, you know, travel size so people can actually try before they buy. How about that? I'm gonna cleanse my hands. I'm literally, since my last video, I've been obsessed with the Esper cleansing hand spray. Such a game changer. Like, having the cleansing hand spray is such a game changer. You know, maybe I'm late on the whole cleanser, and this isn't a hand sanitizer, okay? This is like, it cleans your hands, which is perfect when you're doing makeup, because I don't know about you guys, but I can just get so messy with makeup. Okay, so that's that done. Oh, I've got little cuts. I don't even know. I just get random cuts, okay? I just get random cuts and I'm like, where'd that come from? Long time since I've actually sat down and explained the way to you guys. The Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush Finish Spray. Now listen, guys, please. If you don't know, finish it. Yes, ma'am. If you don't know, please be getting to know, yeah? This is iconic, and these two together, maybe this is the first time you stumbled on one of my videos. These two, baby, it's not often that I say you need it, because I'm not really one to do the pushy marketing thing. I'm so sorry for my chair also, but those two, it's a combination made in heaven. Had the hand of God touch those products, because the way your base will be looking after, matting. Anything you put over it, matting. And I'm going to test it today. I'm going to test the theory with these two foundations. Now, you guys already know Nars Natural Longwear. This is my ride or die. This is my rider. I'm probably coming to the end of this one. This is a new one to me. I also have the newest Nars foundation, which I'm not going to be wearing today, because a friend of mine actually said it broke her out. And then my other friend was like, oh, you know, it's more of like a light vibe. So maybe this is just one I try in the daytime, and I'll get back to you guys on how I feel about this. Or maybe I'll do a whole video trying it. Let me know what you think. But I got my normal shade Macau in that, but I will not be using that today. This is the new one for me today. This Dior Backstage Face and Body Foundation. This used to be all the rave. Now what is actually all the rave is the HD, Makeup Forever HD, the new foundation. People won't let me hear the end of that one. That's the new rave. But this is what it looks like. It's a bit runny, it's really runny. It's giving light coverage, light to medium. Foundations that run like this tend to be light to medium, which is a bit scary. But I'm gonna give it a try. I've mixed it with my Natural Longwear from Nars. I might also, I don't want to do too, I didn't mean to mix it in with that one. I was gonna mix it in with Soft Matte because this is matte. I'm just gonna throw that one in there as well. I like to counter super like runny foundations with more mattifying consistencies, because then you get a good mix in the middle. So this is what it looks like. It's a lot of product. Obviously, I'm not gonna put the whole thing on my face, but I'm just gonna kind of, right, let's see. This is a whole bunch of, this is a cocktail. Now I won't even be able to tell you if the Backstage Beauty one is good or not. But anyway, today is all about technique. More so about technique. Macau stretches over so many skin tones. Lord have mercy. Anyway, so I've mixed the two. In the Dior Backstage, I use 6W. Slightly dark for me, but I don't mind a dark foundation, to be perfectly honest. Just apply that with foundation brush. You don't need to apply the foundation brush. But if you are fussed about coverage, I would definitely urge you to look into getting a foundation brush. You can just get one from Morphe. It doesn't have to be matte. When it comes to coverage, yeah. And then you want a dense, this foundation brush I've been talking about since the beginning of time. Real ones, you already know what it is. Morphe M439. Flat and dense. Oh, it will just pack that product in. Just tap, 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 tap it into the skin. Like this, like so. And when you use the foundation brush, if you want optimum coverage, paint it on like I've just done. Paint it on. And then just leave it for a couple of seconds or a minute or two, depending on how much time you have. And then go in and just dab, 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 dab. If you're worried about too much product on your face, grab you a sponge to pick up any excess. Do you see that? It's like beautiful skin. Bear in mind, we've put quite full coverage foundations on, and it just lays on the skin so beautifully. I don't tend to put that much product on my forehead anymore, but here we are. And this is my good side, so I don't really need too much coverage on this side, but you know, lately your girl's not been needing that much coverage in general. Like old me would have put the whole thing of that on her face. Someone actually said to me the other day, you'd have naturally good skin. I said, you don't know my story and you don't know my journey, girl. Because it's been a journey, but I'm gonna take that compliment. That was such a big compliment for me. I was like, whoa. Thank you. Okay. This is the base, okay? Foundation is down. Now we're moving on to concealer. I'm gonna use this. I was also gonna use this new one from I'm Scared. I don't think this is a day for new concealers. So I picked this Huda concealer because I've never actually tried it. I've heard so many people talk about it. The high cream, you know this one from Huda. And then I picked up the Dior Forever Skin Corrector. I actually have this in 4 warm and it's like the tone is just too off. So I picked it up in 4 warm olive and it seems to be like a really, really good shade. I'm gonna see the tone difference between this and my Too Faced Butterscotch. Because if they're not too far, I might use it. That's the Dior one. It's got a bit yellow next to it. Anyway, let me just go right here. Let me see the difference between these and my Jouer, okay? This is my Jouer one. And these two are the ones I usually reach for, so Jouer and Too Faced. And then this is the Dior, this is Huda. Scary, I don't know. Let me just start with Too Faced, just because this has really been working for me. And then in terms of placement, I don't actually use too much of this. I just bring it on my nose. I realized in my last video I overdid it with the concealer, which I haven't done in a long time. Just so it's nice and sharp. Bare Minerals. This is their Max Coverage Concealer Brush. This is a good one just to get a really precise application of this. And because I've already done my inner corner wing. And then just a little bit of this. Just going to take it from there all the way across. And then with this you can even bring it up. You might have seen this placement on TikTok. It just snatches up your face. I like to do this feathering because the only bit that I really want to be quite fixed when I come to blending is the line. So the other bits, these bits underneath, I want them to be still quite fluid and able to move around. As long as the shape outline is molded, I want to be able to blend the bits underneath. Hopefully that makes sense. So that's why I, you know, use my brush to feather it out a bit. While that is setting, I'm going to go right ahead and contour. What I really enjoyed for contour the other day, and I'm going to use it again, the Bionic Bronzers from Milk. So once again, I'm using the shades Shapeshifter and Invincible. So it's these little squeezy tubes. My friend was literally like, I watched your video and now I want to get these, now she wants to get them. They're honestly so good and they're such good packaging. And actually Invincible does go quite deep. Mix up my little palette. I definitely overdid it. Scary. Okay. Dab off the excess and then I actually just had this on to help me lay my baby hairs. Now the brush I love for this, I'm still using it, is the Smashbox Blurring Foundation. It's even rubbed off, that's how often I used it. This is so good. You just want to dab and you can either obviously put the product straight onto your skin or you can dab it on the brush, which is what I did, and then apply it. The difference between putting it on your skin is if you put it straight onto your skin, obviously it's just like working around the placement that you've put it. If you put it on a brush and you apply it, it definitely gives you more of a blown out look. Not to say though that you can't still get that blown out look by adding the placement. It's all about how you blend it out, to be perfectly honest. Like, look. Stunning. So that's it, just placed on and then that's it blown out. Just throwing it all the way down to my neck. I'm actually wearing something high neck today. So I'm trying not to take the product down too far because it's just going to end up on my top anyway. So I'm just trying to be mindful of that. To blend the concealer under my eye, I'm going to go in with the E8 from Morphe. At this point, look, so easy. We've left it to sit and set. Look at that. Wow. And then for this bit, I love taking my foundation brush to blend it out. Just makes it a bit more seamless. And then going in with your bronzer brush. Look how beautiful that is. Wow, that's the difference. I'm still going to add a little bit of lightness under the eyes. But yeah, that's absolutely gorgeous. I really love the way that's turned out actually. Last for the under eye, we're going to add a touch of brightness using the Jouer concealer in Creme Brulee. Just to add a tiny bit. Am I doing too much? I'm probably doing too much. Am I going to stop? Probably not. I can't even use my Remsco sponge because it just fell on the floor. Damn, okay. This just brings back a touch of brightness to that under eye. Just gonna take the sponge to pick up some, I feel like the bronzer's a bit in excess. Just gonna take that. Beautiful. Now to set the under eye, this has been my favorite step for a while. I'm just gonna take my Huda Easy Bake powder in banana bread. Listen, Huda, this powder is absolutely insane. And I've been applying it with the Say brush. This brush right here. This brush right here, mad. These two together, mad. Look at that. And you guys know I used to be a sponge to set under the eyes, but this is just next level, isn't it? It's not cakey at all. Sometimes with a sponge, I feel like it can get a bit cakey on me, probably because I overdo it. And I like to set basically everywhere. Really take away that shine. This powder as well, when it comes to flawlessness, nah, this powder is next level. Also, actually, this one, where is my other one? You guys already, if you follow me on TikTok, you already know what I'm about to reach for. The Charlotte Tilbury No. 2, under the eyes. Look. Wow. And if you can as well, just get a smaller brush to really go in and set the inside eye as well. Just all of these bits that need to be set properly that your bigger brush might not get to. Just get a little pencil brush and make sure you're really getting in and setting those as well. I'm going to set my face today with two things. Let's start with the Urban Decay All Nighter. And then go over top with the Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush Flawless. Oh, I still need to add bronzer. I just realised, oh my god, my face is literally wet. Dear god. Bronzer, I'm using the Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush Finish. You can also use the Benefit Hoola Toasted if you have that. I also really love that. I've just reached for the... I actually couldn't find that Benefit one, so I just reached for the Charlotte Tilbury one. And then for brush, I'm using the Smith 118, but Morphe have a lot of brushes that look like this. Anything just with that fluffy mid shape, not too big. This, for example, would be too big. This is the Real Techniques No. 2, Eyes 200, Face 200. It was propped off, but the pink handle one, it's good for blush, but not good for bronzer. It's just a bit too soft. Don't forget to put it on your ears as well if your ears are on show, please, and thank you. And then also run it up your nose. Obviously, I've done eyeshadow, so it's a bit of a tough one, but yeah, run it up the little nose. Looking nice and bronzy. Blush today from Chem Beauty. This is Mali. I believe this is Mali. The name is rubbed off, but I believe this is Mali. And I'm going to use my Mima Cosmetics No. 9, as always. Just a wash of colour. Under eyes, under eyes, under eyes. I'm going to go for a smoky under eye today. Why? Do I want to do something smoky or do I just want to leave it like this? Questions that need answers too. What do I want to do? I think I might just leave it like this, to be honest. I think simple is better. But let's do mascaras real quick. Do you know whose mascaras are actually really annoyingly very good? And I say annoyingly because the price of the mascaras just are very confusing, my dear. But the MAC mascaras are actually really good. Also I'm going to use Lash Curlers. I haven't used Lash Curlers in a while. Let's talk about some mascaras that I love, okay? Let's talk about it. Do you know what mascaras I really love? Telescopic from L'Oreal, Scandalized by Rimmel. Those are amazing. But obviously I have a lot of higher end mascaras just because I get sent them. But if I ran out of mascara and I was like, I'm gonna buy a new one, I would just get Scandalized by Rimmel in the orange tube or Telescopic from L'Oreal. They are amazing. Really amazing. Oh God, I said I was gonna curl my lashes. Let me go right ahead and curl them. Lash curlers I'm using, these are from Kevlar Kwan. Should say they used to have the best lash curlers, but they discontinued them in the UK. Maybe they brought them back, but as far as I knew, they were discontinued. Something about travel size mascaras. I don't know, the applicator, they're just so much better. Oh, I'm so excited for today's video because we're doing body care, we're doing fragrance, we're doing everything. I'm gonna show you guys what I'm moisturizing my body with, my perfume, my layering of scents. This is like your proper glam get ready with me everything you need to know for like a glam look on the face, skin prep, your body, deodorant, everything. Bookmark it when you're getting ready for a dinner. Listen, I do this every time I get ready to go out, not just like birthdays. Anytime you're going somewhere, leaving your house, and I'm putting on makeup, this is the routine. The body care, the face care, the fragrance, all of it has to get done. Oh, the Charlotte Tilbury mascara is also really good. Bad Gal Bang from Benefit. Bad Gal Bang. Do you guys care about high-end mascaras? Like, genuinely, do you guys care about high-end mascaras? Let me know right now. I don't mind doing a spendy, but mascara, it's got to be a game changer. I'm just going to put my Natori collection lashes on. If you guys watched the last video, you already know what it is with that. Let's not even get into it in this video, but just put any lashes on. I feel like for this style of eyeshadow, something with a cat eye is perfect because you've got a wing. A cat eye essentially means the hairs get longer as they come to the outside. It's important to match your lash style to your, this is actually why I don't really like lash extensions, and I would just rather put them on myself because I do so many eyeshadow looks. It just makes so much more sense to match your lash style to your eyeshadow look. Whatever complements your eye shape, what complements the look you're doing that day. I'm just using this lash glue from Velour, which is very much on its last legs. Like, very much on its last legs. I like to stick this towards the outer corner. That's it. The outer corner's letting me down, but it's all good. So, you know, a good way to stick lashes on, do it from the bottom, as in like from a lower angle. Look at it from a lower angle. That'll give you better visualization. You'll get as close to lash line as possible. And then pop that on. I usually stick the outer corner first and then I stick the inside. That's pretty much it. And actually I think that's a good shout. I stuck the outer corner a little bit higher. Don't know if you can see, to give it like more of a lifted look. That's it. Yeah, if you leave the lash glue to get so dry, it's basically dry but not really. When you put it on, it'll be so much easier. It won't move around as much. That's lashes done. Lashes are done, bottom lashes done. Might even go ahead and do another layer of mascara on the bottom. You know, why the hell not? And make sure you squeeze your lashes together so you can't see where your natural lash ends and the false lashes begin. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Okay, I'm gonna take my normal combination cork, tiny bit of starfish, and then I'm gonna go in with chestnut. And as always, you can very much leave it matte, but I'm a glossy babe through and through, so I'm going to use a little bit of this makeup break. It's a Slip and Shine from Fenty, which I recently discovered. Not recently discovered, but recently rediscovered. I used to use it a lot, and then I stopped, and now I'm using it again. Stunning, stunning, stunning. And then I think I'm going to use I'm going to use this gloss. I'm going to use my Chem Beauty Nude Taffy, which is sold out. Guys, I'm literally waiting like you guys for the restock of this, please. Like, I'm actually scraping the bottom of the barrel here. Literally, there is nothing in here. I'm really scraping. So good though, such a beautiful gloss. Can we please, we're actually on our knees. Bring it back. We're even scraping off the top. Should I hit you guys with a zoom? I'm scared to do the zoom today. I don't know if it's a zoomable look, but this is the skin. This bit is a little bit like unblended, but I kind of like the wolfiness of it. But yeah, the eyes, lips, face, everything. Got a little bit of transfer under this eye, but what can you do? Let's focus on what's good. Okay, body care. For deodorant, I always mix a combination of a roll-on and a spray. So I just use my Wild deodorant. It's just a roll-on. It's refillable and it's really good. I actually did some work with them and I love the product so much anyway. That's why I worked with them and now I just keep using it. And then I just use a spray on over top. So it's like 2 layers of protection. I've actually already done it. I'm just overdoing it. And I just use Sure. You can use any like deodorant you like. Any spray on. So you do like a roll on and then a spray on. That's that. And then I like to use a fragrance body cream. And I actually do a 2-step body cream. So I'll do my normal body cream. I really love this one from Sol de Janeiro. It's the Bum Bum cream. It smells absolutely divine. But you can get cocoa butter. I love scented body creams. I love layering scents. You can use cocoa butter. You can use anything from the drugstore. I just really love this one. Recently, I've been using, see how my décolletage is like shining? Can you see that? It's kind of glistening. I've been using the Weleda Skin Food. Guys, I went to an award show and this guy, I guess he's a makeup artist, he comes up to me and he's like, oh, you look amazing, blah, blah. And he's like, do you use Weleda Skin Food? And I was like, yeah, it's a little thick for my skin. He said use it on your body, your legs, on your décolletage, and it just gives you a nice sheen because it's a very thick consistency, but it's just got a beautiful finish. So I've just been using it on my legs and on here, on nights out, and like, wow, that's all I've got on my, maybe I'm gassing it, but look how good it looks. And then you guys know I always use a hair perfume. I was using the, it's not Way, what's the other one? Gizu, that brand, but Ruka Hair, black owned, they've come out with a hair perfume. This one smells like holiday. It smells like coconut. It actually smells very intensely like coconut. I love it. It's got aloe vera and mongongo oil. Beautiful. Let's support black businesses. Let's support Ruka Hair. And their hair pieces, I've seen the girlies wearing them. Look, they look absolutely stunning, like unreal. So that's hair, body, now fragrance. I could not leave here without telling you guys what fragrance I'm wearing tonight, and I'm definitely overdoing it. I'm of course using my Kayali, you know, Deja Vu White Flower and Invite Only Amber. These are absolutely unreal. And I'm also using my Penhaligon's Cairo. I love wearing this on nights out. I just think it just smells so divine, so amazing. I absolutely love it. I love these two anyway. These are more of like my everyday scents, but in the evening I'm just gonna throw this in, and that has been my rotation. I don't want to spray it right now because I need to get dressed into my outfit. So before I get dressed into my outfit, I thought, let me show you guys. My room is just smelling like $1,000,000. Now this is the look. Look. Right, let me go put my dress on and I'll show you guys. Wow, this dress is really a 2-man job. I don't know what makes me think I'll be able to put it on my own, but this is it. This is what I wore to the ASOS Beauty Awards. It's like a low back sequin green dress. Wish me all the luck. Right, let me put it on, I managed to do like 1 button up. I managed to get 1 button up. I'm a couple of sequins down. Stunning. Pretty. Okay, I'm actually choking myself in this. It's a bit tight around the neck. I'm not gonna lie, but it's so stunning. Like, look at it. Oh, so pretty. Okay, that's that on. I think that's everything, guys. I can spray my perfume now that I've got the dress on. And then for heels, what heels am I? I'm just gonna wear some clear heels, I think. I've just put these heart earrings in. And then for bag, I'm wearing the same bag I wore the first time I wore it, which is this one from ASOS. And the dress is also from ASOS. It's this purple bag. It's really cute. I like the mix of materials, like the mix of fabric. Pretty much it. That's the end of today's video, guys. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you loved today's look. I really love the way it turned out, and I will see you in my next one. Thank you so much again to Sky Cinema for sponsoring the first portion of today's video. Please don't forget to like, share, comment and subscribe. Bye!